So some interesting things were taking place this month. As always, our inventory is still pretty low. However, for buyers, we have seen things get a little bit better as we've headed into the summer months. One of the things some of you buyers may have seen is you've probably seen some houses staying on the market a little bit longer. We have seen, even on the listing side, primarily I'm a heavy listing agent, so we get quite a bit of listings out there. We have seen some homes at the higher price points start to level out a little bit into the summer months. So let me break down some quick stats for you guys just to give you guys an update on where we're at. So as of right now, we have 4,970 active listings as we head into the final week of June. That is actually about 1,000 more active listings on the market than we had over the previous couple of months. So we are seeing a few more homes actually come onto the market now, which is a good thing for buyers. Now, I want to say that that is still considered extremely low. In a healthy market here in Arizona, traditionally we have somewhere around 18,000 to 20,000 homes on the market available at any given time. So as you can tell, around 4,000, 5,000 active homes, while it is a slight improvement from where we were, it's still considered extremely low. Our average days of inventory right now is still sitting right around 18 days of inventory. In a healthy market, we should be sitting probably right around about 100 days. So again, as you guys can tell, we are extremely low on inventory. We did have in the month of June so far, 8,000, just a little over 8,176 new listings hit the market in the Phoenix housing market. Like I said, that was the total for the month of June. Average sales prices have actually began to level slightly a little bit, like I said, as we head into the summer months. So Queen Creek, we're going to basically focus on the East Valley here. That's primarily where I do a lot of sales and transactions at, although we do the entire valley. Primarily the East Valley is the majority of what we have, so this is something we have been tracking pretty closely. So Queen Creek actually had an average sales price of $621,000 wrapping up the month of May and heading into June. Chandler was $559,000 was the average sales price. Gilbert was just over 600, was $601,000. And Mesa finished out at a $477,000 average sales price, finishing out with May heading into June. The average days on market is still maintaining pretty strong. Like I said, we're seeing about 19 to 21 days average days on market right now, which means houses are closing pretty quickly. That's going to be your standard 3-week close of escrow. We are seeing a lot of cash buyers in the market right now, which, as you guys know, can shorten that time frame up to about 2 weeks, which would bring that average closing time to 10 to 12 days. So, you know, in summary, we are seeing the market slow a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean a little bit, which is good news for buyers. But with that being said, things are still extremely low. I'd had a couple conversations with people, and I want to remind you guys that, you know, it wasn't 2 years ago, back in 2019, even heading into 2020, our average days on market, it was pretty well known to be 30 to 45 days on market. In 2019, it was actually almost 90 days on market was the average across the valley, and that was average. So while our market has been accelerated and things have been moving very quickly, it's interesting to hear buyers and sellers right now because they are, you know, remaining very hopeful as things have slowed slightly heading into the summer months. As you're seeing houses sit on the market a little longer right now, you know, they feel like the market's basically heading to be a full-time buyer's market. And I want to remind you guys that that's just simply not the case. Traditionally, this time of year, things normally do slow down. It's the summer months, things are getting hot, kids are out of school, families are taking vacations right now before the school year goes back up. So, you know, there's not as many people out there buying right now in our market. Again, it's still very competitive, but historically, I want to remind you guys, in our market, usually in the summer months, things do slow slightly. So this is just going to be your normal slowing pattern from what I've seen in my time in the business. We are still extremely limited on inventory. It's still definitely a strong seller's market. But again, for some of you buyers that are out there in the market competing, now could be a good chance. You've had a little bit of relief on there from other buyers with a little more inventory sitting on the market. So now would be a good opportunity for you maybe to snag a good deal out there. You know, again, I just wanted to make this quick video just to give you guys an update on where we are in our current housing market. And I wanted to remind you guys that although things are slowing slightly, it is still very much a seller's market. Inventory is still, as I mentioned, extremely low right now. Days on market are still extremely low. To get us back to a normal housing market, we are going to need to see around 16, 18, 19,000 homes on the market. Again, just as a reminder, we're sitting at 4,900 right now. So we still have a long way to go before we get back to what's considered normal. Average days on market, again, 60 to 90 days on market. In a healthy market here in Phoenix, we're currently still sitting, as I was telling you guys right now, at about 20 days on market. That is still extremely a short period of time for considered what is healthy. Now again, my prediction on what's going to go on, I think we're going to see the pattern of July continue to basically level out a little bit slightly. And I don't mean go up, I just mean we're going to kind of maintain right where we're at right now. And I do predict that the market again is going to accelerate probably going into September, October, November. It will pick up again slightly. I think that you're going to see more buyers get back in and enter the market. I think you're going to start seeing some people travel to Arizona. A lot of your basically winter visitors are going to come in and start buying some of our inventory again. So I would expect things to start picking up again as we head into Q3 into Q4 of this year. So if you're a buyer, now is probably going to be your small window of relief. While it is still extremely competitive out there, I don't want to tell you guys it's not. It definitely is. You do have a small window of a little less competition out there for you right now to potentially get a pretty decent deal. I do think home values are going to continue to rise up through the remainder of the year right now. Again, as I've mentioned in some of my previous videos to you guys, the biggest thing we're facing right now is just a shortage of homes on market. We have a ton of people relocating to Arizona. We have extremely low interest rates right now, considering to what has historically been considered good interest rates. They are very low right now. So from a buyer's perspective, money's cheap right now. So we got a lot of buyers in the market. So with that being said, demand is high, interest rates are also extremely low, supply is very low. So again, high demand, low supply, it's going to continue to raise prices up. And until supply can catch up and until interest rates and continue to increase to where affordability is no longer attainable by most people, you're going to see the market continue to climb. So hopefully this was helpful for some of you guys. Again, this is just a quick snapshot of where we are heading into the summer months. Again, I do think next month we're not going to see any crazy fluctuations one way or the other. I think we're going to see a slight maintain. I think we are going to see homes sit on the market a little longer than they have been right now. It is the summer months. It is hot. People are traveling right now. But I would expect to, towards the end of August going into September, I do think we're going to start to see inventory shrink a little bit more as we have more buyers get back in and jump into the market once the summer months are over, traveling is over, and as we see more people travel back to Arizona for Q3 and Q4 to start buying up some of our inventory as well. So as always, guys, if you ever have any questions about our current market, about anything housing related going on to the remaining of the year, if you're curious about what your home may be worth in this current market, I'm always happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Feel free to drop me a DM down in the comments section or leave a comment. Again, or you can always text, give me a call, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have. As always, hopefully you guys have a killer and productive week and get out there and crush it.